Hello, Braves Country. It's Coach Ken Anderson coming in for Hardcore Braves, and I got my man Andrew Davison on here. How you doing tonight, Andrew?
I'm doing well, Coach. Braves are currently up 2-0 in a rain delay right now. As Acuna just hit a home run, and it's almost Friday, so I cannot complain. How about you?
I'm great. There's 7 rows, so we're filming this. As you can tell, we got to jump in here. We got 3 podcasts to run. Me and Ryan are going to do the hip call, and we'll do a recap as soon as this game gets over. Right now, we're 7 game winning streak. We're up 2-0. The bad thing about the rain, it's probably going to kill Martin Perez to start. So we may get to see Brent Suter for the first time as a Braves, so it'll be interesting. So we'll see how that goes. So we head on a short road trip. We got a funky kind of schedule in August, I guess the best way to put it, Andrew, and the fact that we have a lot of home games and they're sending us twice on the road. And this is a 3 game road trip. The next one will be a 6 game. Other than that, we're home the rest of the month, which is really nice for the team. Before we get into the Yankees, that is kind of nice in the dog days of summer to have 22 of 31 days in August sitting in Atlanta. That's kind of nice for the team, isn't it?
Yeah, that is really nice for the team. You get to some home cooking. You get to go out to enjoy Atlanta with the family. You get to do whatever you want, sit by their pool because I'm sure a few of them have pools. You get to enjoy time being home rather than being on airplanes and then walking around. Maybe it's, for example, New York City, like they're getting ready to do. But it's really nice to be home, and this should be a really fun series with the good old New York Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees. The Yankees are an interesting team. They're right in the thick of it. They're a little bit like us in the fact that the division is kind of weird. They've got a lot of teams that can be in the playoffs. Right now, the hottest team in the division is the Boston Red Sox. So the Yankees are not only trying to fight to get to the Rays, they're looking in the rearview mirror, and here come the Red Sox, and they're doing everything they can to fight off. A little bit of what's going on with the Yankees. Most of us know this. They have been without Judge now for over 2 months, and just like if we were to lose, God forbid, Olson or something, it's a huge when you lose that big power source. But on top of it, Stanton just can't get healthy. I think we've seen the last days of Stanton being like that kind of formula athlete. He still be formulas in the lineup, but it's kind of tough. And then the guy that was carrying him during this stretch, Cody Bellinger, he got hurt. So it's kind of a wounded team that we're going to face up there, but that's not the best part of their team. But their lineup is definitely weakened a little bit by those big 3 being out here, Andrew.
It really is, and I hate players for when we get to go play teams like the Yankees. I don't want to see Judge, Stanton, and Bellinger out there. I want to see best on best, our best versus their best, and I hate it for them because we may see them again, Coach. We may see them again, but like we said, their lineup's not the best part of their team, and I know we're going to get into that part, but I wish we were seeing their best players.
They're going to be in the mix to come out of the American League. So hopefully we'll get the chance to see. I think any of the American League East teams again, or at least twice, because we still got to play the Rays in September at home. But
Mhm.
I think the Boston Yankees or Rays are going to be one of the 3 teams to me are be the teams that come out of the American League. How do you think about that as American League? I think it'll be one of those 3 that'll come out.
You say three. I think it's going to be one of 2 teams in the American League. I think it's going to be Boston or the Yankees. I think both of those teams have really good abilities and players with not only experience but you know star power to power through the playoffs and get to the World Series. And the way the Red Sox are playing, man, wouldn't want to face them. But the Yankees have the star power, and they have it's the New York Yankees. I mean, what else can you say less?
Yeah, I mean, I can see your point. I just a little bit disagree. Tampa's got the best record right now, and I just Junior Caminero is a beast, and I think he might
He
be the
is.
best player healthy wise right now, going with all 3 teams. But I can see it. My pick was Boston all year before the year, and I've stuck with it. I was at least a man and stuck with the Red Sox. They make me look like geniuses. And Aaron had sent me a thing. I guess other people are now the talking heads are getting on there talking about Boston. And I just joked, everybody keeps stealing our stuff. They keep stealing hardcore stuff. They're jealous of us there, Andrew. So So we'll say, let's look
We
at the
know
pitching
ball.
matchups. Yeah, no. That is the strength of their team is their pitching staffs, and there's more to their starters. They have a big three. We're all worried about getting a second one, and Elder's trying to grow into that. But they have a big three. We get to face all three, yay! And this weekend, they're going to go Max Fried. That's going to be fun. Max getting a pitch against us. He's going to get Tyler Molly, and this is a huge test for Tyler. And they gave him a few days to get his pitch mix. They want to do different stuff against right-handed hitters. I think that's even going to make him tougher. A really good pitching matchup. I'm going to tell you something. Saturday night now. If you got a chance to watch this game, you need to. Chris Sale against Garrett Cole, two of the best pitchers over the past decade in baseball. And then on Sunday, we're going to throw Grant Holmes, who threw excellent last time. He's trying. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He says, "I love it," and he wants to go deep in games. I'm all for it. And then they're going to throw Cam Splittler. You got to be careful when we say that name, don't we, Andrew? And
Yeah, we do.
he made his presence announced last year with authority. And I mean, we already knew he was good from 2 years ago. He really looks good. So what do you think about the pitching matchups going in there?
Man, this is going to be fun. This is really going to be a really fun weekend series. And if you've got the time to watch some Braves baseball this weekend, watch it because this is going to be a great series. I expect all three games to be close games and each starting pitchers to be on their A game.
Yeah, it's going to be outstanding. The good thing is they actually have the pitching advantage here. Their three starters are a little bit better than our three starters. But we have the advantage on the lineup because our lineup is really hitting right now. I mean, and to be honest with you, it's not 1 through 9; it's 1 through 13. All 13, well, 1 through 12. You know who it is. You know who's not contributing, but 1 through 12, they've been outstanding, and they're gonna get their first to me test in a long time. I'm going to say it's almost been as long as probably the Brewers series. It feels like where we just faced three, just here they come, and that series was Mizorowski, Harrison, and Gasser, and all three of them can throw. Do you feel like this is the best three pitchers in a series we faced since then?
I would certainly say since the Brewers and I may argue that may be the three best pitchers in a series we faced the entire year.
Yeah, because of Gasser.
Maybe the Dodgers when we see
Even
them
the
in a few
even
weeks,
the
but
Dodgers. With the Dodgers, we missed theirs. We didn't get Yamamoto or Tani or any of them, so we haven't really. We faced a lot of tough pitchers. Maybe the Guardian series, we did face their top three in the Guardian series. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. So, how do we attack their lineups? Here's their lineup. We just flat out said, and they have two new guys. Both can hit. Garcia and Ramos. Here's a bad thing. Ramos and Garcia also tend to own Braves. They see the Braves, they start hitting again. But their best player that's in the lineup right now is Ben Rice. So, tell us a little bit about their lineup, Andrew.
like we said earlier in the show, their lineup is a little bit hurt. Belly, Judge, and Stanton are out. But the current guys that are in there know how to hit, though. They're not as powerful and sexy as the other three that we just said, but they know how to hit. Ben Rice, Paul Goldschmidt, Elliot Ramos, and Luis Garcia and Jazz Chisholm. All of them are that's a really good five. And then George Lombard just came up, so there's a lot of buzz around Yankee Stadium with them. And that lineup will be tough to manage. They swing the bat. They do chase, though, but that'll be a fun lineup for our pitchers to go up against. And I like the matchups.
Yeah, and when you got a team like this, have a lot of lefties. Their best hitters will be left-handed. Garcia's a left-hander. Rice is a left-hander, and the one guy who always owns the Braves, Jack Chisholm, is a left-hander. Ryan McMahon is a left-hander. They got a lot of left-handers in this lineup, and so we'll see how they approach it. But to do that, Chris Sale slider, Grant Holmes slider, and Tyler Molly splitter should be their out pitches. What do you think about that? I think that these three, if they're on that day, can slow down this lineup.
Oh, I completely agree. And if if especially with Grant and Tyler, if they're locating their best pitch, those lefties are not going to be able to use that short porch to their advantage because if the ball is played down in the zone, you're going to get a lot of ground outs from those left-handed hitters, and the Braves will have a very successful series up in New York.
Yeah, the key is going to be putting runs on the board. Now, look, our bullpen healthy against their bullpen is the better of the bullpens. Now, their closer is an interesting closer, and he's somebody who we have hit in the past, David Bednar. David is not your gas thrower, but he's kind of. It's funny. Both these teams have closers who are not like flamethrowers, and they're very smart when they pitch. I feel like their bullpen is something they should have addressed during the trade deadline. I was surprised they did. How about yourself?
I thought they would have addressed the bullpen at the deadline. Um, Certainly with maybe getting, especially with when they traded Doval around. I thought they certainly were going to get at least one or two bullpen guys, and they didn't. Um, but it's an interesting bullpen the Yankees have. I certainly give the advantage to the Atlanta Braves with the bullpen.
I will say this here: they were probably in the Luke Weaver, and the Mets just don't want to trade with the Yankees. He would have been a perfect fit to go back to the Yankees. But I was surprised they didn't try to make a tougher run at J.J. Romero. Maybe it's because Milwaukee was getting us to May, and we don't know how those trade conversations go. So, with that said, the other interesting thing that's going on is you have two managers on the extremes. Walt Weiss is a brand new manager, and Walt is he's a very passionate manager, and he gets after it, and his team loves him, and he's doing a great job. Mr. Aaron Boone is one of the longest tenured managers. He's been with the Yankees forever. He's on the hot seat all the time because he manages in New York. He reminds me a lot of Bitt Roberts when Bitt was on the hot seat in L.A. He's also passionate, and his team will fight with him. There's a lot of similarities in the way Aaron Boone and Walt Weiss like to manage the game. They're real quick to act on their bullpen. They don't have a problem with pinch hitting and doing all that stuff. A little bit of similarities between these two managers, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And you kind of just hit it right on the tee right there that they're very similar. They're both fiery guys, too. We know Walt's got them. I mean, he tackles somebody. Aaron Boone will go out and fight for you and curse. And Yankee Stadium must have the best stadium mics or for cameras because every time I watch a Yankees game, I can hear Aaron Boone cursing up a storm. So we both know both managers are going to fight for both of their teams. And that'll be also fun for this weekend, too.
Yeah, and both of them former players. They really know the game, and their owners love them. So, and GMs. Now on the GM side, real quick, both their GMs are up against it. A lot of criticism, both on the trade deadline. Brian Cashman's been there forever. Alex has actually been with us forever now. He's into his eighth or ninth year. Uh, I think both teams, those two will not answer what the right answer is. But to me, both teams, to be a successful season, have to not only make the playoffs, but they have to at least win a series. Do you agree?
Oh, I completely agree. And if I was to put money on one of those teams winning a series, I'd put money on us over
Yeah.
the Yankees. But then because I like our lineup and I like our bullpen better. And I like who's our number one ace going too. But both GMs have came under a lot of criticism this past week, and it's with the trust of their boys that they go in out and execute the rest of the season.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Both of them will be, and I tell my friends up in New York. I started working with them before you had this podcast, working on their podcast. Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman are probably not going anywhere, but a first round exit probably would at least make them think about it. Alex is not going anywhere. Walt's not going anywhere. So everybody can bark at the moon. So that said, that's the season, a series. It's an interesting series. The Yankees are beat up. The fact of the matter is they're throwing their three best pitchers. We're throwing our best pitcher. We're throwing a guy that we put a trade into that we're hoping will give us that length. Our bullpen's slightly better. Our lineup is better for sure. With that said, who is the starting pitcher who has the biggest start this weekend?
Man, you're gonna make me do it. I'm gonna go with old reliable Chris Sale. Chris
Yeah,
loves pitching in New York. If you remember Braves Country 2024 when we went up to Yankee Stadium, and Chris pitched on a Friday night up there, and he just shut them down. He's going to do the exact same without Aaron Judge in the lineup, and it's going to be a tough, tough Saturday night for the New York Yankees.
He always picks for himself. Listen, I'm gonna do Ryan. Come on, rookie. You know it's Tyler Molly. Tyler Molly has the biggest start in Yankee Stadium Friday night. All the pressure. He landed in Atlanta here, and all the Atlanta fans and radio stations talking about why is this guy the guy that we picked to come solidify the rotation. And if anybody, I know Grant said he had a chip on his shoulder. Even Bryce kind of hinted at that a little bit, Andrew, didn't he, after the post game a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit? But I think Tyler Molly has the biggest chip on his shoulder. And so he has a lot to prove. So I'm going to say Tyler Molly. But if Chris Sale pitches in the series, I think it's going to be Chris Sale.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pick against Chris. Every time I go to the ball game, I kind of like seeing Chris, and he always goes out there and shoves. So I'm a Chris Sales homer, but I think he's going to go out. I think both pitchers are going to go out, and I'm really excited for Grant to go out there on Sunday too.
Yeah, I want to see Grant basically double down, as we used to always say on pitches. It's like his outings, double down, having a good outing. So, reliever. We're kind of seeing a pattern. Walt has decided, me and you wrote back and forth about this. It looks like if we're going to close the game, it's either Lee and Iglesias are tied to the hip, and now Dodd and Fuentes, they've earned the right, and they have earned the right, Andrew, to be tied at the hip to finish the game. That's scary for teams to know that the Braves have two different ways to close the game. Tyler Kinley will probably definitely have to pitch this weekend. Danny Young has thrown the ball well. But who's your reliever you think is going to be in a big spot this weekend?
Well, it's going to be one of the now four lefties: Suter, Young, Dodd, or Lee, and I'm going to go with Mr. Dylan Dodd. There's a lot of lefties in New York. I think this is to be his first time pitching under the bright lights at Yankee Stadium, and I think he's going to live up to this moment. He's been wonderful this year, and I can't wait to see him thrive in New York on this weekend.
It is Dylan Dodd. And I found Walt's comments after the game, and then pregame today, he wanted to talk about Dylan. That sometimes he puts him in the game to get the all the pinch hitters in because he's so good against right-handed pitchers. And it's
Mm-hmm.
interesting because I think now I know why he's tying him to the hip. He's bringing Dylan in, getting all the right-handed lineup in, so then Didier can come in behind him, and all he's got's right-handed. And if Walt's earning that manager of the year right now, Andrew, I mean, he should be the manager of the year in the National League. I know there'll be some cases for the way
Pat Murphy.
Manley turnover, Philadelphia, but also Council has done a great job in Chicago. Team that's had 10-game losing streaks, and to be chance to still run down Milwaukee. Craig has done a great job in Milwaukee. So we'll see. All right, MVP to click hit. Who's going to hit this weekend? Uh, Good luck, Braves. You're facing their three top pitchers, and all of them can bring gas. And with Max, he has a curveball, which we know how the Braves usually hit curveballs. So who's your pick to click? Three righties. So it's going to be interesting how Walt makes the lineup out, Andrew, because he
Well,
literally
we got one
could.
lefty. One
Oh
lefty,
yeah, Max
Max.
is going. Yeah, so we know for sure Max is going. Thomas, Murphy, that whole crew will play on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday we'll see if he what he makes the lineup look like. So who's your pick to click?
I expect Sean Murphy to play 2 games this series just because it's New York and Sean Murphy. And I think he manages the pitching staff well. But I'm going to go with Mr. Drake Baldwin. He's kind of struggled just a little bit. The hits are kind of been there, but they haven't been hard to contact. I think this weekend with Max going, he hits lefties really well. I'm going to go Drake Baldwin.
Ray Baldwin's really good. I am going to go with a guy who, when he's going right, hits the ball to right field a lot and can hit it with power from the right side. I'm going to go Ronald Acuna Jr. Ronald Acuna Jr. when he can stroke, he'll take his shots. There've been some balls. You think about it. There's been some balls Ronnie has hit the right field to the wall. They're home runs in Yankee Stadium. So I think he's going to, and I think that him being a little late on Schlittler could actually help him. So I'm going to go Ronald Acuna Jr. So we're stepping out on a limb and going with the 1 and 2 hitters. So we'll see how we do. All right. With that said, it's a tough series, and hopefully we'll hold on tonight and have an 8-game winning streak going into it. How do you see the series going with the New York Yankees?
I think this is going to be a tough, tough series. But when we counter into the who has the better rotation, who has the better lineup, and who has the better bullpen, 2 out of 3 advantage the Atlanta Braves. And that's where I think the Atlanta Braves take this series in 2 out of 3 games. The bullpen's going to win us a game, and then we're going to have a late inning offensive win as well. And the Braves will take 2 out of 3 in New York.
I like it. I hope you're right. I'm going to go being the pitching coach. You know what I'm going to go? I'm going to go Yankees 2 out of 3. This is going to be the series we lose. That's sad because that means we lost 2 series going to New York and won everything since post All-Star break. But this won't feel as bad as the Mets series. We're getting beat by Schlittler, Fried, Cole, whichever one the two are. I'll lean that we somehow will get the Sale win and lose the other ones. But I do think Tyler Mahle and Grant Holmes will throw well. So hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm 100% wrong and we go into New York and we bounce them. So I know the Braves fans are going to put a lot of pressure on this, Andrew. Let's get into our final thoughts here, but there's going to be a lot of pressure just from Braves fans. I don't think the players will feel that way. I don't think if players look at this series like we got to go prove we're better than the Yankees here. They've done a good enough job. The Braves have a winning record against all the divisional teams that's in the playoffs right now. They have a winning record. They're one of only 2 teams to have that winning record against even the Dodgers have struggled. They just got swept by the Red Sox and the Cubs. They have a losing record against playoff teams right now. The other team with the winning record is those Tampa Bay Rays. So there's a reason why both of those teams are doing well. With that said, what's your final thought tonight, especially with the pressure that a lot of the Braves fans are going to try to put on the Braves this weekend?
Well, Tyler Mahle, this is your time to go shine, my man. This is your time. You were the starting pitcher brought into here to help us get to the not only into the postseason, but be a enforcer into the postseason, and put the pressure. The Braves fans are going to put a lot of pressure on you. But my final thought is go up there and have some fun. Don't feel the bright lights, and I don't think the players will, but the fans will make it out this way. But go out there and be loose. You're facing 3 really good pitchers. Get to them early. We know Max Fried real well. When he struggles early, he tends to not pitch as well the rest of the game. And if you put pressure on the other 2 pitchers, they will fold. And I like to attack a little bit early, attack their fastballs before you get to their curveballs and changeups.
Yeah, I totally agree. My final thought tonight is we want to take a moment here and thank everybody who tuned in to our 4-hour MLB trade deadline. It was amazing. It was beyond what we thought. We're the fastest growing podcast, and because we think we're putting out good content, but y'all are feeding us to keep working hard. Andrew's going to have a top 10 on that trade deadline. What's a top 3 and 3?
Yeah, it's about a top 6.
Yeah, top 10 with the 3 best and the 3 worst in his eyes. So we'll see. But if we can get to the number that I want to get to, and we'll wait to put out that number later, we are going to give away tickets to the Los Angeles Dodgers series. That'll be the next one. We do want to thank Shauna Price. She went to the game last night. She's put a lot of nice words back to us. She won the 2 tickets to the Marlins. She's a YouTube follower and a Facebook follower. So follow us on all the platforms. She actually follows Andrew on Hot Atlanta Highlights, she told me. So that's good.
She does. I
Yes,
went and
that's
double
really
checked, and
good.
Shauna, thank you for following.
Yep, she's really good. So that's good. So we're going to get out of here. We love you, Braves country. And let's just keep on winning. This is fun, guys. This is fun. Let's get to 81 wins by the end of August and have a chance at 100 wins this year. That'd be amazing. So we're out of here. We love you. Peace.
You know what, boys? You guys are going to be world champions for the rest of your life.